When Polly Perrette departed NCIS after portraying the unforgettable forensic scientist Abby Pseudo for 15 seasons, fans wondered whether anyone could possibly fill the void she left behind. Abby wasn't just another member of the team, she was the heart of the lab, bringing infectious enthusiasm, quirky humor, and unmatched scientific brilliance to every investigation. Replacing such an iconic character seemed nearly impossible, and the show's creators knew that simply finding another Abby would never work. Instead, they took a different path. That decision eventually led to the introduction of Kasie Hines, played by Diona Reasonover, a character who honored Abby's legacy while carving out a completely different identity. Looking back, the creative process behind Kasie's arrival reveals why the transition worked far better than many fans initially expected. The impossible task. Whenever a long-running television series loses one of its most beloved cast members, writers face an enormous challenge. They must keep the show feeling familiar while introducing fresh energy that prevents the series from becoming stagnant. For NCIS, the challenge was especially difficult because Abby had become synonymous with the forensic lab. Her gothic fashion, caffeine addiction, rapid-fire scientific explanations, and close relationships with Gibbs and the team were woven into the DNA of the series. The writers quickly realized that creating Abby 2.0 would almost certainly disappoint audiences. No matter how talented the new actress might be, viewers would constantly compare every joke, every lab scene, and every emotional moment to Abby. Instead of celebrating the new character, fans would spend years pointing out what she lacked. The creative team wanted to avoid that trap entirely. Introducing Kasie gradually. One of the smartest creative decisions was introducing Kasie before Abby officially left the show. Rather than arriving suddenly as a permanent replacement, Kasie appeared as a recurring forensic specialist who occasionally assisted the team. This allowed audiences to become familiar with her personality without the pressure of immediately taking over one of television's most recognizable roles. Viewers could simply enjoy getting to know someone new. By the time Abby departed, Kasie already felt like part of the NCIS universe instead of an outsider trying to claim someone else's place. That gradual introduction made the eventual transition feel much smoother. A different personality. The writers deliberately gave Kasie traits that contrasted with Abby instead of copying them. Kasie is enthusiastic, but more reserved. She's incredibly intelligent, yet occasionally nervous under pressure. She approaches science with curiosity and professionalism while still showing moments of excitement when discovering crucial evidence. Unlike Abby's bold confidence and eccentric style, Kasie often questions herself and seeks reassurance from her teammates. These differences helped establish her as her own person. Fans weren't asked to forget Abby, they were invited to embrace someone entirely new. Diona Reasonover's natural charm casting also played a significant role in Kasie's success. Diona Reasonover brought warmth, humor, and authenticity to every scene. Rather than trying to imitate Polly Perrette's iconic performance, she leaned into Kasie's own strengths. Her comedic timing often comes from awkward honesty instead of exaggerated energy. Her excitement about science feels genuine rather than theatrical. That authenticity helped audiences connect with Kasie on her own terms. Instead of feeling like a replacement, she gradually became an essential member of the team, building relationships, slowly. Another reason Kasie worked was the careful development of her relationships with other characters. She didn't instantly become everyone's best friend. Instead, viewers watched her earn the trust of Gibbs, Torres, McGee, Bishop, Palmer, and the rest of the team over multiple seasons. Those interactions allowed Kasie to grow naturally. Her friendship with Jimmy Palmer became especially enjoyable because both characters shared kindness, optimism, and occasional awkwardness. Together, they brought a refreshing energy to the medical and forensic side of the series. Respecting Abby's legacy. Importantly, NCIS never pretended Abby never existed. The show acknowledged her contributions and respected the emotional impact of her departure. Kasie wasn't introduced to erase Abby from viewers' memories. She was introduced to continue the work Abby had once done while bringing her own perspective. That distinction mattered. Fans who loved Abby didn't feel the series was trying to replace their favorite character overnight. Instead, it felt like one chapter had ended while another began. Growing confidence. One of the most satisfying aspects of Kasie's journey has been watching her confidence evolve. Early on, she often second-guessed herself or worried about making mistakes. As seasons passed, she became increasingly comfortable leading investigations, explaining forensic evidence, and standing by her scientific conclusions. That growth gave the character a compelling long-term arc. Rather than remaining static, Kasie matured into one of the lab's most dependable experts. Watching that transformation made audiences invest emotionally in her success. Winning over skeptical fans. Not every viewer accepted Kasie immediately. Many longtime fans understandably struggled with Abby's departure. However, as Kasie received more screen time, opinions gradually shifted. Instead of trying to compete with Abby's legacy, she built her own. Fans began appreciating her intelligence, compassion, humor, and dedication to the team. Years later, many viewers now consider Kasie an indispensable member of NCIS. That acceptance wasn't achieved overnight. It was earned through consistent storytelling and thoughtful character development. A lesson in smart television writing. Kasie's introduction serves as an excellent example of how television shows can successfully navigate major cast changes. Rather than relying on nostalgia alone, the writers embraced evolution. They respected what came before while recognizing that every new character deserves room to develop independently. This philosophy has helped NCIS survive numerous departures throughout its long history. The series has continually evolved without losing the investigative spirit that made it successful in the first place. Looking ahead. Today, Kasie stands as one of the defining faces of modern NCIS. She has proven that replacing an iconic character doesn't require copying everything that made the original beloved. Instead, it requires creating someone authentic enough to earn viewers' trust over time. Abby Sciuto will always remain one of television's most memorable forensic scientists, and her impact on NCIS can never be duplicated. Yet Kasie Hines demonstrates that a series can honor its past while embracing its future. By introducing a character with her own personality, strengths, insecurities, and relationships, the creative team accomplished what once seemed impossible. They didn't replace Abby, they expanded the world of NCIS with a new hero whose journey has become just as meaningful in its own unique way. That careful balance between respecting history and welcoming change is ultimately why Kasie's arrival remains one of the smartest creative decisions in the show's modern era. She represents continuity without imitation, proving that sometimes the best replacement isn't a replacement at all. It's a brand new character who earns a place in fans' hearts through authenticity, patience, and exceptional storytelling.